Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top plotter in TradingView with over 190k reputation points. And in this video, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move on this pair. Now, how will I be doing that? As usual, first I will be analyzing the pair from a technical perspective, then we will go and see what we have when it comes to the order flow, so the commitment of traders, which is what hedge funds and the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market, are doing. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to the charts. In today's video, I want to make a full breakdown of USDCAD because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure on it. Starting from the technical side of the market, here on the monthly time frame, we can see how the market has been creating a series of higher lows. At the same time, however, we haven't been creating higher highs. In fact, we have been printing equal highs. Now, if you have a situation in which the market is finding resistance at a level, but at the same time printing a series of higher lows, so basically something like this, in which you're constantly testing the equal high, but at the same time printing higher lows, okay? So this red line is basically the price, this is the resistance, and this is where the market has been creating higher lows. We can see that this creates a triangle formation, specifically in ascending trend line formation, in which you have equal highs but higher lows, so something like this. Now, in a situation where you have this pattern, what you expect is a breakout to the upside, and in fact, we can see how the market already tried to create a breakout, printing this candle here. Now, if we look closely, okay, at where exactly the market tried to create the breakout and when it did it, we can see how the breakout came exactly after the market printed a first close from a monthly perspective above this resistance. So after that, what the market did is retested with this wick, previous resistance turn support, and that is when the market started this rejection higher. Now, if we will actually see this candle close with this shape, so a green body and a very long wick, in 5 days and 13 hours, we could expect more continuation to happen next month with the next monthly candle filling in the wick. This is a pattern that you will see in the market over and over again. For example, here, the market printed a candle like this with a very long wick and a green body. Usually when you see something like this, which is very similar to what we have here, the next candle is supposed to fill in the wick. So we could expect more monthly continuation. If we drop down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, we can see how at the moment the market tested exactly the previous low, already started rejecting it higher, so we could expect the previous low to hold as support and to make the market create a rejection to the upside. Dropping down the daily, however, this is where things start to get quite rough, because here on the daily, even though we have just created this double bottom with the market failing to break below this support, we haven't yet managed to break above this high. Now, only if the market will manage to break above this high, only at that point, this previous high would be previous resistance, which at that point would be turned support. But until we will have a clear move to the upside that breaks above this resistance will still be acting as resistance, and there is always the possibility for a sharp move to the downside and all support levels to get broken back down, and this move to the upside to be confirmed as a fake breakout to the upside. So for that triangle formation that we were speaking about on the monthly to fail. So it's very, very important to see a strong impulse to the upside that breaks above this resistance. Now, if that will happen, at that point, previous resistance would be turned support, and we could expect a retest of that previous resistance turned support. And that is exactly the level from which there would be a good situation to be looking for a potential rejection higher for the completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside, and for the triangle formation that we have seen on the monthly to actually play out. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing. And if we check the data for the CAD specifically, what we can see is that lately net positions have been declining. We went from having 23.2k net positions to now having 6.6k net positions with 35k shorts at the moment compared to 42k longs. So what we can see here is that shorts are getting increased and longs are getting decreased, which is overall bearish for the CAD, which indicates that USD-CAD is supposed to provide a rejection higher because the CAD is getting weaker. Now, I spoke about USD-CAD a few times in the past weeks. I spoke about it after the creation of this M pattern. I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we could expect a rejection higher and completion of the pattern. After the creation of this W, I made another breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we could expect a potential rejection lower for the completion of the pattern. Once again, that is exactly what the market provided. And from here, I made another breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we could expect this rejection to the upside. And that is exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link in description all these previous analysis, so you can go and check them out for more free education. Going back to the current analysis, if and only if the market will provide this clear impulse to the upside, breaking above this resistance and retest previous resistance or support, that is the moment here where we would have interesting price action. So how we could be approaching this potential rejection higher. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries, or anyway intraday timeframes and looking at different timeframes, that is all part of the mentorship program, in which basically I teach all the rules of my strategy. So it's a very well structured course, and not only is a course, but it also gives you the possibility to access one-on-one live private mentoring, web market breakdowns, the COT data software, the one that we analyzed before, the trading station software, which basically puts together everything that you need: economic calendar, notifications, market scanner, position size calculator, back tester, everything in one interface. So all the tools that you need as a trader all in one interface. And in order to join the mentorship program, you just have to scroll down past the testimonials. You will basically find that there is currently a special promotion in which you have the possibility to join the mentorship program from here for only $297. And if you join the Forex broker Blueberry Markets, I have partnered with them, and they will basically give you a refund of the mentorship program price directly in your trading account. For all the details about the promotion and to join, you find everything on the website, which is transparentfxtrading.com, which you also find in the link in the description of the video, linked here below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education analysis for all of you, because obviously it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in my next video.